Hello everyone and welcome back to another AFK Journey video. In this video we're going to be going through my Supreme Arena defenses I've come up with for this week, a free-to-play mid and then also pay-to-win level. We have a free-to-play team number 1 and it is actually going to be a Pandora Galahad combo. And the reason why I wanted to give this as an option is because nowadays I don't even know if new players should be prioritizing Tossie but everyone should be building Galahad. So here's a great way you can actually make use of her in PvP. So Pandora is going to allow Galahad to come out of the box 4 seconds into the match and begin blowing up the enemy team because Galahad's ultimate based nuking damage is very high. We also have Iron to make sure we take a enemy potential Lily May interruption, and then we just have Valar in the back because there's another hero everyone's going to be building up and is going to provide some healing and shielding right in the back. And then we just have Almas as a tank. We're going to be running with the Star Shower artifact because this is going to be one of the highest like nuking damage artifacts. You guys are seeing it being used in Dream Realm. It increases crit and crit damage boost by a pretty high amount and already comes with crit on the artifact. Really good offensive stats. So Gala is going to hit even harder with her ultimate, and she really has a power to blow up enemy teams, and so I think this is a great option that everyone can definitely try. And yeah. Okay, team number 2 is going to be the Chimera Turtle Comp, and this is a really good map effect to have this because basically the rearmost 2 ranged allies, which are going to be Chimera and the twins here, they're going to be immune to a fatal blow when they drop below 30% health, getting 5 seconds of invincibility. This is really good because already this team is really difficult to kill, and now it's going to be even more so, and Chimera is going to be guaranteed to get off her ultimate and then begin nuking the entire enemy team. We're running it with the Earth Shell spell because this is the best sort of like defensive turtle fortress comp type artifact because it provides pretty high damage reduction right at the beginning of the match and makes it even harder for anyone to actually burst through your team. And Ludovic is going to be healing up as many allies as possible right from the beginning. So really good use of basically heroes that you're going to be already prioritizing on your account, and definitely it is an effective team for PvP. Team number 3 is going to be the Theodore Siren combo. Now, I'm now including Theodore even in the free-to-play lineups, and the reason for that is for a long time Theodore has been the #1 priority on the Wild A-level wish list. So even if you are like a global launch or long-term player, you should have Theodore by now, and if you're a newer player, Theodore should be one of the first heroes you actually are building up. And now the thing about him is for PvP you really want to have him at +10 exclusive equipment because that is gonna grant the 350 energy to the ally behind him. You can make use of him even before that, but that is going to be a big deal. And basically this whole comp is going to be around giving Siren that boosted energy, and Siren's going to ultimate a few seconds into the match, group up enemies, hit them hard, spread the Bonnie debuffs, and Lily May is also going to be firing off, and Ravion's buffing up both Siren and Lily May. So it's like a really fast nuke comp with heroes which are really strong, solid PvP heroes, which you would be prioritizing and building on your account. And so that's why I wanted to run a Mana Wig spell just for that additional attack and energy recovery efficiency. Is going to power up, you know, your carries even more. So there we have the free-to-play teams. Let's move on to the mid teams. Now for the mid teams, they are going to be slightly different. Now it is still going to be a Theodore Siren combo. However, we're also going to be including Nero here. The reason for that is if the enemy has a Lily May, then Nero is going to take the Lily May interruption, and then Siren's going to get a free ultimate. And also Nero is off in the shadow tiles. So if someone's not attacked you yet, they don't even know that you have a Nero lurking in the shadows because he's going to take an enemy Lily May interruption, and people might try to use a Lily May to counter this comp. So it just basically is more resilient against those Lily May teams. And again, we have the Mana Wig spell. Apart from that, it is basically the same team comp, but it should do very well. Team number 2 is going to be the Chimera comp, but with Callan. Callan definitely is going to be better than Thorin. You guys saw that we were running Thorin in the previous free-to-play set, but that is because Thorin is a hero you're going to be building for Dream Realm anyway, and so like free-to-play players, they don't always have the luxury of focusing PvP heroes, especially early on. But if you are able to build up Callan even to Supreme Plus with this skill upgrade, he is going to be such a great hero for this comp because he's going to be protecting or reducing damage of all of your allies from the beginning of the battle. Even more synergy with Earth Shell spell and the map effect. Basically, the enemy is gonna have an almost impossible time of taking anyone down, and then you're just buying time for Shmir to cast her first ultimate, and that is gonna nuke enemy heroes, and you're gonna have an advantage. So there we have team number 2. And team number 3 is going to be the Tossy Pandora comp, because if you have Tossy built or you have high Paragon upgrade Tossy, I definitely wanted to demonstrate how you can use her effectively in a team. And this is basically very similar to the teams I've recommended in the previous weeks of Supreme Arena. We have Iron to take a Lily May interruption, we have Bonnie to begin putting her debuffs, and Tossy is going to then spread them, and also solo at the end. Pandora is going to put Tossy in the box 4 seconds from the match. She's going to come out guns blazing. Iron's going to tank, and we're going to run Star Shower spell, because this is a really good offensive artifact like we talked about, giving you that huge crit rate and crit damage boost. So when Tossy comes out of the box, not only is she going to have an attack buff of Pandora massive, she's also going to have a massive crit and crit damage boost. She's going to be blowing up the enemy team. So there we have it for free-to-play and mid-teams. And before we move on to the pay-to-win teams, if you're thinking about making a purchase in AFK Journey, please use my affiliate link for the official Farlight Store. This is the best way you can support me and also gain 5% bonus dragon crystals on your purchase. My affiliate link is in the description of this video in a pinned comment, and you can actually bookmark this link in your browser, and whenever you're planning to make a purchase, just return to the bookmark link and make your purchase. It will support me and be greatly appreciated. So thank you all so much for the support. Okay guys, so here we have the pay-to-win teams, and we are trying something that looks maybe sort of crazy this time for pay-to-win team number 1. It is going to be a Theodore Siren combo to get off, Siren's ultimate early off into the match. Everyone's on Shadow Tile, so if someone has not attacked you yet, they have no idea what is lying in wait for them. Now, of course, the enemy could have Lily May, and then it would interrupt Siren, but then the good news is then Saida is going to get off an ultimate more freely, because Saida also begins with that initial energy, and sometimes she's usually taking the Lily May interruption, but here Siren would be taking it or just blowing up the enemy team and grouping them. And we also have Athalia, who synergizes well with Saida, of course, because Saida can stall and Athalia can keep dealing damage even in her Spirit Lance form after dying, as long as Saida is still alive or any hero is alive. And Mahira is just going to crowd control, buy a bit of time, basically bridge the gap before Siren ultimate, because Mahira is going to crowd control, and then before that even wears off, Siren's going to cast his ultimate. So it's like, chain crowd control. And with the Mana Wave spell, just for more offensive potential. Now, definitely, you may think that this is maybe skeptical about how this team is going to work, but I'm excited to try it for this week. Team number 2 is actually, this is a really solid defense, which was actually being tested. I was attacking in duel against Swampy Tough, who test PvP comps, and I found that he was running basically this team. It's almost exactly this team. And I tried so many different teams into it, and it honestly is ridiculous. Basically, it is a Celise stall comp with Scarlita. Like, it has so much stall in it that, like, you're not even going to really be killing anyone, and Scarlita is then going to descend, dealing her bonus true damage, because she will never have to even activate, her immunity to fatal damage attack. But even if she does, it's still like she's providing great value. And then you're going to get the Celise ultimate off. That's why Dunlinger is protecting that, and Alna's also protecting Celise. So this may look like a really crazy kind of stall oriented comp, like it doesn't have kill potential, but Celise actually ends up dealing pretty good damage, and Scarlita as well, of course. When she comes down, if she has not procced her basically invincibility to an ally, if you see this here, if the shield is not activated while Scarlita descends, the Sanctified's Verdict Ground Smash will affect the entire battlefield and deal 75% more damage. And that can honestly just wipe out enemy heroes, because we also have twins buffing Scarlita. And you're going to run the Earth Trail spell because that's more damage reduction. It's exactly what this team needs, basically. This is a full-out stall comp. And Alna and Celise, even if, for example, you're able to kill the Scarlita twins and Dunlinger, Alna and Celise can just stall you out. Like, you may just run out of time not being able to kill them. And, like, that also happens a lot. And that's why this is really an interesting team. And then also we have further protection from this map effect on the twins and Celise. Like, basically, this team is going to be one of the most frustrating things to actually face. So this is how you can use Celise, especially with Scarlita or any stall-oriented comp. It does pretty well. Okay, moving on to team number 3. Team number 3 is just going to be a Pandora Cryonaya team with Nero to take an enemy Lily May interruption. This is going to be very strong, but of course is weak to Dunlinger. If the enemy has Dunlinger and they run more damage and stuff, they're probably going to beat you. But like if they're running Dunlinger here, then you're free to maybe, get stuff done in the other 2 maps, right? Yeah, but if the enemy doesn't bring Dunlinger, they're really going to have a tough time with this. Alicet adding that additional protection onto Cryonaya, Nero giving it the other life, but that doesn't really matter. Nero just taking the Lily May interruption potentially. Kulu walling up for more protection. And Pandora, she is in a position that is not easy to be targeted, so Kryna is going to come out 4 seconds into the match and then blow up the enemy team, especially with the Star Shower spell for this massive nuking damage. It triggers 3 seconds into the battle, which is like just a few seconds before Kryna comes out and begins bursting. And yeah, then all it takes, Kryna is basically going to kill any enemy as long as they don't have like an Ulna support. And even with Ulna support, basically she can still end up killing those heroes. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. That is going to be it for these teams for this week. Let me know what you guys thought about it. If you have any other team ideas, feel free to share them in the comment section. That is always much appreciated. But thank you guys all so much for watching. That is going to be it for this video. And if you're thinking about making a purchase in AFK Journey, please use my affiliate link for the official Farlight Store. This is the best way you can support me and also gain 5% bonus dragon crystals on your purchase. My affiliate link is in the description of this video in a pinned comment, and you can actually bookmark this link in your browser, and whenever you're planning to make a purchase, just return to the bookmark link and make your purchase. It will support me and be greatly appreciated. So thanks for watching. I'll hopefully see you in the next video, and until then, everyone, peace out for now.